and they got married in this book. They got married in 400 pages. Hello besties, it is Kara. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video we're gonna be doing a book unhaul. Sorry if my voice sounds a little funky. I am still sick. I am like filming this a couple weeks in advance. So today is going to be a book unhaul. So a book haul is when I show you guys books that I bought, but a book unhaul is me showing you guys books that I am getting rid of, that I don't want anymore. Pretty self-explanatory. Hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to follow my socials down below. A little bit goodreads, my Amazon wishlist, like that is thing in there if you want to check it out. Like, comment, subscribe, and baby. And let's just get right into it. Alright, we're gonna go in no particular order, although I think I did pretty much separate my romance from my fantasy. First book on top is Darling Venom by Parker S. Huntington. I read this a couple months ago. I don't know if it might have been last year actually. I don't know where the time is gone. Basically, all I kind of knew about it was like a darker romance, and like apparently this girl like fell in love with this guy, but then he ended up and she like falls in love with his brother. It was just overall very, very triggering, and I don't think I was in the right headspace to read it at the time. That's why I'm gonna unhaul it, because I think I gave it like 3 stars, 3.5. I just don't think I'm going to reread it, because will I ever be in a good mental state again? Probably not. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm just like not gonna reread it and like give it a second chance, even though I wasn't in the headspace at the time, if that makes any sense. Next up we have Summer Romance by Annabelle Monaghan. This is the only Annabelle Monaghan book that I have read, and I think I also gave this one 3 stars. You'll see a common theme in this video is like if I gave the book like 3 stars or something, I don't want it really sitting on my shelves. It wasn't like bad, but I feel like I just didn't like relate to too much about this book or the stuff that was in this book. Good like summertime read. I'm just not at the place where I need to read a book about this woman finding a way to raise her kids and stuff after like a divorce, and then she gets like in a relationship, I guess, while also like grieving people. Like it was just not the kind of book for me in my stage of life, I guess. I definitely would recommend it maybe if you want more like women's fiction and anything relating to that. It was good for the summertime, I will say. Good summer vibes, but just didn't relate to it. Alright, next up is a book I actually just have not read at all. It's been a very long time that this book has just been sitting on my TBR, but also just like on my shelves, like staring at me, and I just have no interest to read it. And it's Forget Me Not by Julie Soto. This was popular like probably last year, if I had to guess, maybe 2 years ago now. I hope not. Pretty much all I knew about this book was that like he was like a florist or something, or a tattoo artist, and she was a florist, something like that. They're exes, and that's pretty much the extent of I knew. I don't like second chance. People that I watch and really like their reviews said that they didn't really like this book, so I don't know why I bought it. I think it was that buy one get one 50% off table at Barnes & Noble, so I was like, why not? And I bought another book with it to get the sale. I did want to read it for like maybe 5 minutes, and then I realized that maybe I really don't like the tropes, and maybe people that I know have similar taste to me, if they're not liking it, I don't think I would like it. I've looked at it, I thought about picking it up, and I never do, so that is a sign. Someone else will hopefully like it. By the way, I do bring all of my books to a used bookstore to get some store credit, if you're wondering. Alright, next up we have Collide by, I don't even want to butcher your name, I'm sorry. This is the first book in the Off the Ice series. This is the indie published version, so you know how long I've had this book. But I have read this. I think I gave this book 3 stars, and I have a lot of hockey romances that I want to get to, and I had no interest to continue the series, so I was like, even though this is a pretty green cover, it's very cute. I don't need it sitting on my shelves. I didn't love this one. Will I ever think about it again? No. I'll probably recommend it. Probably not. Next up is Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. I believe, again, gave this 3 stars. Me and Ali Hazelwood are kind of just like on and off. It's mostly off with her books. Sometimes they hit. Sometimes, I mean 2 times or 3. I loved The Love Hypothesis, Love Theoretically, and Bride. It wasn't bad. I just like didn't care. I felt like it was long. The characters were very just monotone. I didn't feel the connection between them. The side character that was like the ex-girlfriend was just annoying. I think this was also one of her like kinkiest or spiciest books yet, and I just like, wasn't my thing. We kind of have a toxic relationship, I think, if we had to describe it. I just keep coming back for more. It was kind of just there for so long and I didn't want to read it, and then I finally picked it up and I was like, oh. Alright, next up is a series, and I've already unhauled the 4th book in this series because I DNF'd it, and I was like, I don't know, they've been sitting for a while, and I was like, I should unhaul the series to make room for more. I was like, I don't know why I had a weird attachment to the series, and it's because of the covers. The covers are just like the cutest little covers ever, and this is how they get you. They give the cutest covers, and then the book is just like average. And it's the Dream Harbor series, I think is what it is. The one I DNF'd was the Strawberry Patch Pancake House, I believe it is called, but this is the rest of the series. I know one book just literally came out, like some wintry Christmas book. I'm not gonna read it. I have the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, the Christmas Tree Farm. They're so cute. I love how they just all have a theme for each season. I didn't really like the writing. I didn't like the instant attraction, instant love. I know they're supposed to be fun, but like, it gets to a point, you know, it gets to a point where I have to be at least interested in what I'm reading. And although I really love the town, it's like inspired off Gilmore Girls. I love Gilmore Girls like so much. I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand anything other than when the town had a little meeting. It was cute. It was Gilmore Girls. Other than that, I did not connect to anything. I did not like anything about it. The writing is like weird. It doesn't really have any like quotation marks. All right, and last but not least, for like the romance kind of section, I'm gonna unhaul Fall I Want. I did just read this book, at least for me. It was the last book I read, but for you guys, it was in my October wrap up. I gave this 2 stars. I, in fact, gave this 2 stars. Again, I don't mind like a fluffy little palette cleanser romance. I have to be interested in it. I feel like this one, no depth at all. I feel like they were like fake dating, but like none of it was fake. They didn't even mention that it was fake. And I get the connections because there's kind of a thing where she like has dreamed about him, and his sister said that you're gonna end up with somebody who looks exactly like her. And I'm like, okay, I'm all for a little, you know, Halloween spooky love spell. This one, it was unbearable. And they got married in this book. They got married in 400 pages, yet no, was not for me, which is okay. The cover is stunning. The edges are cute. Like, it's so, like, come on. I don't even know how I made it through. No hate to this author at all. And last but not least, for this little book unhaul, and some of y'all are gonna be real mad at me or disappointed or be like outraged. Kira, why? Why would you unhaul the series? I didn't love it. I'm sorry. It just wasn't for me. The Powerless trilogy has made it to this book unhaul. I know. How did that even happen? That's my favorite series. I liked the first book. Why couldn't we keep the vibes of the first book going? I gave Reckless 3 stars, maybe 2. I don't remember. And Fearless was definitely like a 3-star average book for it being so long. Sorry, I just did that in the opposite order. Reckless, Fearless. I liked Powerless. I gave it 4 stars. I mean, I wasn't like wowed by it, but I thought it was fun, entertaining, good YA book. Solid in the series. And then I read Reckless and I was like, oh, why is it so repetitive? And then I read Fearless and I was like, oh, ouch, why do we have to do that? It just like ended up not being for me, which is okay. If this is your favorite series, good for you. I wish I had your feelings on the series, but like they were quick. Liked Peyton and Kai's love story. Like it was very poetic. I didn't really like anything else about it other than the first book, Powerless, having trials. It was like heart racing, fun, and I felt like the last one, Fearless, was very long, unnecessarily long, unnecessary like crazy plot twists, and just like everything blowing up. I was like, why? We could have just not done that. But again, that's my personal opinion. Someone will be very excited to have the whole set. I mean, in pretty spanking good condition. So someone will come to this bookstore and will pick up the whole entire series and be able to read it for the first time and maybe even love it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to follow my socials down below along with Goodreads, my Amazon wishlist, that thing in there if you want to check it out. Like, comment, subscribe, and with me. And I'll see you guys next week for another video. Bye!